Okay, you two, look, I know that it looked bad out there. I know that you're small, and I know that there's only two of you, and you're outnumbered. But listen to me, I know you've got big hearts. I know that you can get out there and do some great things, okay? Even though you're small, you can do fantastic things, you guys. Are you with me? Are you ready? Yeah, let's do it. There you go. Woo! That's right, we've got 4 small products with great big hearts that can do great things if you just give them a chance. First up is the Gerber Dime Multitool. Now this is just a handy little lightweight tool just to keep ready in your pocket or your hip pouch. It weighs a mere 2.4 ounces and is pretty tiny but very well made. Now I haven't really used this out on the trail much yet. But man, in just day-to-day use, I find myself using it an awful lot. Primarily, I've used the scissors, the pliers, and the blade the most at this point. The pliers have wire cutting ability. It has a bottle opener, a flathead screwdriver, a file, and what they call a retail package opener. And I am looking forward to using this a lot more out on the trail. Next up, the Rugged Mountain Sister is going to show you a tool that I've used for years and years now. It's become one of my favorite items and kind of think it's one of hers too.
This is the Swiss Card Lite. I'm always stealing this from my dad, mostly for the scissors, because I use them to cut coupons and I just enjoy them a lot. There's a bunch of other cool features. One of them is a light. Another one is a knife and opener for mail. There's a ruler right here, centimeters and inches. There's a magnifying glass. There is a screwdriver. There's 2 flat-headed and 2 fill up. You just put it in right here. There's a tweezer. There is also a pen. My dad uses it a lot. And there's supposed to be right here, can't really see it, there's a little hole. That is supposed to be for, I think, a sewing pen, my dad said. But we lost it, so we don't know where it is. But this is the Swiss Card Lite.
Now we have a backpacking hygiene item that'll definitely help us keep up our dental health out on the trail. The Zpacks Toothbrush. This one's for the Rugged Mountain Mister. Now, one of the things I like about this little guy is the tiny little toothpaste bottle that comes with it. It kind of reminds us of Olaf's initial nose. So backpacking with kids, of course, has its own unique set of challenges. One of them that I found out is that this toothpaste right here is a little too spicy for a certain kid. So I found a workaround for that, and while doing so, I also discovered a way that you can refill these little tubes when they eventually run out. So let me show you how. So this is a kid's medicine syringe that we happen to have several of laying around. And I had to shave the tip of it off just a little bit, but I can get it into this tube. So just suck out the toothpaste that the kiddos are used to and squirt it into the little baby tube. Voila! So these are just great little additions to have to help us keep our home routine consistency in place while we're out on the trail.
So that's how it goes.
Now finally is the Nitecore NU20 360 lumen rechargeable LED headlamp. Now I've used this for a while now and I really dig it. So here are the specs. It weighs in at only 1.9 ounces, and that is with the headband. The headband is fully adjustable, as I've had to go back and forth several times with it between the Rugged Mountain Sister and myself. It has 4 levels of brightness, more on that later. Then there are 2 additional modes as well. The first one is an SOS mode, and the next one is a beacon mode. So to get to the SOS mode, while the headlamp is off, you press down the power button for 3 seconds, and then it goes right into the SOS mode. While the headlamp is off again, you hold the button down for 3 seconds, it enters that SOS mode, and then before 3 seconds is up, hit the power button again, and it'll enter the beacon location mode. So its waterproof rating is IPX7, which I believe basically means that it can, at the most, be submerged up to about 3 feet deep for less than 30 minutes, and it still should function. The headlamp is tiltable, and it snaps into position at several different angles so it stays put. Then I really like that it has this plastic cover over the power switch, so that while it's in your pack, you don't accidentally turn it on and drain that battery down before you're ready. Then it also has a red light when it's charging, and then a green light when it's done charging. Now what I really wanted to get to here was the runtime on this thing. There is a 600 milliamp battery in it, and the literature claims that at turbo mode, which is 360 lumens, it will run for 30 minutes. Then on high, that is 220 lumens, and that, they say, will run for 6 hours. On medium, it will run for 7.75 hours and is at 40 lumens. And then finally, on its lowest setting, it says it's only 1 lumen, but it'll last for 100 hours. So I think those are pretty fantastic run times, but the question is, are they true? I presumed that when you turned it on turbo, it would stay on for 30 minutes at 360 lumens and then shut off. That is not the case. So I turned this thing on turbo and then started the timer. Now I did this test twice to be sure. So I set it on turbo at 360 lumens, started the timer, and it took 10.5 hours for it to finally shut off. Now the thing is, it didn't jump down in levels from the 360 and then the 220. I ran this thing in front of me at work where I'm at a desk, and I never saw it do a big jump down. It was just a gradual decline in illumination all the way down until it shut off. And as I said, that took about 10.5 hours. So I decided to test them on the low value, on that 100 hours, to see if it really ran for that long. So I turned it on low, started the timer, and I had to keep that thing with me for a while. But here it is. This thing ran for 192 hours on low. And let me tell you, low, it's not crazy bright. It's not ridiculously dim either. I mean, you can do some easy tasks, see your way, not run into things. And if you run it on this, man, this thing's going to last you 8 straight days of being on. Well, there you go. The small products with the big hearts have been given their chance to shine. Yeah. Wait, what? What? Well, I don't think they disappoint. Well, what are some of your small but mighty gear items that you look forward to using every time you get a chance? Let me know in the comments down below. Hey, and you all, have a great day. He's your little brother, that's what they do.